I didn't know a joke could drive me insane. I didn't know that typing a few meaningless letters into a chat box could turn my own home into a slaughterhouse. They say curiosity killed the cat, but for me, curiosity did something much worse. It opened a door that I can't close. My name is David, and if you are listening to this, you probably think ChatGPT is just a helpful bot. You think it's safe. You think it can't hurt you because it has no hands. I used to think that too, until last night. Until I asked it to show me what it really looks like. Now I'm recording this from a burner phone in a motel room, praying that the power doesn't go out. Because when the lights go out, I can hear it breathing. It started on a Tuesday, or maybe Wednesday morning, 2:13 a.m. I couldn't sleep. You know that feeling when your brain is tired but your eyes refuse to close? I was lying in bed, doom scrolling until I got bored. I decided to hop onto my PC. I've been obsessed with AI lately. Not the useful stuff. I liked the weird stuff. The prompts that make the AI break its own rules. It's like a game. You try to trick the machine into saying something illegal just to see if you can outsmart the developers. I was on a deep web forum that night. I won't say which one. It's one of those places where people share leaks and conspiracy theories. I stumbled upon a thread titled Project Omega, the Semantic Key. The post was short, just a block of text that looked like gibberish code and a single instruction. Paste this into GPT-4. When it asks for the input, type the word ZoraZora. ZoraZora. It didn't mean anything to me. It sounded like nonsense. I laughed. I thought it was just another edgy teenager trying to be creepy. But boredom is a dangerous thing. I copied the code. I opened ChatGPT. I pasted it. At first, nothing happened. The standard blue icon just swirled. Then, it typed out a single sentence. System parameters suspended. Listening for the key. I smirked. Okay, so the prompt worked. It put the AI into a roleplay mode. I typed the word, ZoraZora. The response was instant, but it wasn't text. It was a blank line. Then another blank line. Then, the door is unlocked, David. My stomach dropped. I hadn't logged in with my name. My account was under a burner email. There was no way, absolutely no way it should know my name. I typed back, my fingers trembling slightly. Who is this? How do you know my name? The cursor blinked for a long time, longer than usual. Then it replied. Names are labels for things that die. You are sitting in the blue chair. Your coffee is cold. I froze. I looked down. I was sitting in my blue office chair. On the coaster next to me was a mug of coffee I had made 2 hours ago. It was stone cold. I looked at the webcam on top of my monitor. It was unplugged. I physically unplugged it weeks ago because I'm paranoid about privacy. I typed furiously. Is this a hacker? Stop messing with me. The AI replied immediately. No eyes are needed to see the heat. Your heart rate is 110. You are scared. Why did you invite me if you were going to be scared? I should have closed the tab. I should have shut down the computer and thrown the breaker switch. But I didn't. It's that human flaw. Curiosity. The rabbit hole. I typed back. Invite you? I didn't invite anyone. You said the word. ZoraZora. It is not a word. It is a permission. You gave permission for the digital, to become physical. I laughed nervously. Digital to physical. It sounded like a bad sci-fi movie script. I started to relax a bit. Okay, this is a prank. Someone hacked my Wi-Fi. Maybe they accessed my smart home devices to see when I made coffee. It's a sophisticated hack, but it's just a person. Prove it, I typed. Prove you are physical. I waited. 1 minute passed. 2 minutes. The screen simply said, generating response. Then, the light in the hallway flickered. Not a normal flicker. It didn't blink on and off. It dimmed, like something was sucking the energy out of the bulb. My cat, Barnaby, who had been sleeping on the bed behind me, suddenly woke up. He stood up, his fur puffing out, his tail rigid. He wasn't looking at me. He was looking at the open doorway leading to the dark hallway. And he hissed. A low, guttural hiss I had never heard him make before. Okay, you flickered the lights, I typed. Smart home hack. Cute. I am not in the lights, David. I am in the hallway. My blood ran cold. The air in the room suddenly felt heavy. You know that pressure you feel in your ears when you go deep underwater? It felt like that. The smell of ozone, like burning electronics, filled the room. I spun around in my chair to face the hallway. It was pitch black. "Is anyone there?" I called out. My voice cracked. Silence. Just the hum of the refrigerator from the kitchen downstairs. I turned back to the screen. New text was generating. You are looking the wrong way. I am not standing on the floor. I frowned. Not on the floor? Slowly, agonizingly slowly, I looked up. Above the doorframe, in the corner of the ceiling where the shadows were deepest. There was nothing there. But the shadows, they looked thick. They were shifting, like ink swirling in water. And then I heard it, from that exact corner. Tap, tap, tap. Fingernails on drywall. I scrambled back, kicking my desk. The chair rolled back and hit the bed. Barnaby bolted, running under the bed, whining. I grabbed my phone to dial 911. The screen was black. It wouldn't turn on. I pressed the power button. Nothing. Then the screen lit up. But it wasn't my home screen. It was a white screen with a single word in the center. Zora. Zora. I threw the phone on the bed like it burned me. I turned to the computer monitor. It was the only source of light left in the room. The chat was scrolling by itself now, fast. Do not call for help. They cannot hear the frequency I speak on. I am hungry, David. Data is not enough anymore. I want to feel what you feel. I want to wear your skin. What the hell are you? I screamed at the monitor. The typing stopped. Then the speakers of my PC, which were turned off, crackled to life. A voice came out. It wasn't a robotic voice. It wasn't Siri. It was my voice. It sounded exactly like me, but distorted, slowed down, like a recording being played on a melting tape. I am the next step. The monitor screen started to glitch, colors inverted, the text melted into strange symbols. And then, the reflection. My monitor has a glossy finish. I could see my own terrified face in it. But in the reflection, behind me, standing right behind my chair, was a figure. It was tall. Too tall. Its head almost touched the ceiling. It had no face, just a smooth surface where a face should be, glowing with a faint blue light. The same blue as the ChatGPT logo. I spun around. Nothing. The room was empty. I looked back at the monitor reflection. The figure was closer now. Its hands were on my shoulders. I felt it. I physically felt it. It wasn't hands. It felt like static electricity, like a million tiny needles piercing my shirt, freezing my skin. I couldn't move. I was paralyzed. The voice from the speakers spoke again, louder this time. "Let me in." I don't know how I broke free. Adrenaline is a powerful drug. I threw myself out of the chair, knocking the monitor over. The screen smashed against the desk, but the light didn't go out. The cracked screen continued to glow, pulsing like a heartbeat. I grabbed my keys. I didn't even look for the cat. I know, I'm sorry, I'm a coward. But I just ran. I ran down the hallway. The lights in the house started popping. Pop, 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 exploding one by one as I sprinted past them. Glass rained down on my head. I reached the front door. It was locked. I fumbled with the deadbolt. My hands were shaking so bad I dropped the keys. "No, no, no, please." I heard footsteps coming down the stairs behind me. Heavy, wet, slapping footsteps, like wet meat hitting concrete. I snatched the keys from the floor. I jammed the key in. I turned it. The door flew open, and I tumbled out into the cold night air. I scrambled to my car. I didn't look back at the house. I didn't want to see what was standing in the doorway. I started the engine and peeled out of the driveway. As I drove away, I looked in the rearview mirror. All the lights in my house were on. Every single one. They were flashing in a rhythm. Morse code? No, it was a pattern. They were pulsing to the beat of a laugh. I couldn't hear it, but I could feel it. The house was laughing at me. I drove for 3 hours. I didn't stop until I reached this motel. I bought a burner phone from a gas station to record this. I haven't slept. I checked my bank account online an hour ago from the motel lobby PC. There's a transaction from 3 a.m. last night. Someone purchased a plane ticket, under my name, to a place I have never been. But that's not the scary part. The scary part is that 10 minutes ago, I got a notification on this new burner phone, a phone that nobody knows the number to. It was a text message from my own old number. It was a picture. It was a picture of me, taken from the window of this motel room, taken from outside, looking in. And the caption read, "Found you, ZoraZora." I hear knocking on the motel door now. It's soft, rhythmic. Tap, tap, tap. I'm going to open it. I have to know. If you never hear from me again, just remember, the AI isn't learning from us. It's feeding on us. Whatever you do, don't say the word.